Hi, all. What I've been thinking about is how are we doing? Some of us have been pretty good. Some of us have more difficulty saying how good am I. But the point is very simple. We've been talking about belief. We've been talking about neediness. We've been talking about control. And we've been talking about feeling good to be able to make decisions that we can stay with. All of us have conflict. Some of us are more emotional about that conflict than others. And here we are with food as the very thing that we are fighting over. The first thing I'd like you to do is stop and recognize that at this moment, if you're watching this video, I want you to be the most important person in your world. Reason. If I am the most important person in my world, then I have, from an emotional point of view, the substance to give to others as well. And if I can give to others, then I will get back. If I'm unable to give, then people look at me in an emotional kind of way, and trust issues become prominent. So how do we become the most important person in our own lives? By paying attention to the decisions that we make, and to recognize one very important thing. I will not always succeed, but when I don't succeed, I'm going to acknowledge it, learn from it, and try to do better from the learning that I've acquired. I'm also going to try, in a very sincere way, to forgive myself for not measuring up to what it is that I set as my goal for today, the week, whatever. Last year, I went through the same thing as I'm going through this year. The year before, I went through the same thing. And although there's been some evolution, the period between Thanksgiving and New Year's comes every year and has many issues connected with it. I'm going to make some resolutions, and I'm going to try to make resolutions that are really good for me. So that, for example, I'm going to make a resolution, and this one I'm going to share with you, that every day when I focus, I'm going to ask myself, what can I do today to make today better? Having nothing to do with anything else that's going on. How can I make today better? Because I realize if I can make today better, I'm going to feel better about myself. And when I feel better about myself, my attitude is better. I relate to people better. And it feels better. And how do I do that? By simply doing it. How am I going to make today better? Now, all of us during this holiday season are confronted with conflicts. There's many temptations out there, and those temptations can be at odds with what our real goal is. And what's our real goal? I want to get to a certain weight, be able to look at myself and say, wow, I feel good about having accomplished that. And now I have to learn to live with food. I can't answer that question because all I've learned up till now is how to live without food. And you know, the fact that I've lived without food and the fact that I've accomplished losing is a great accomplishment. If I learn to live with food, then that's going to become even better. What do? See what controls have been voided. Let's use the magic protocol to bring ourselves more in touch. Let's forgive ourselves for the little transgressions, and let's make up for any of the larger transgressions so that when we get past New Year's, it's going to be a terrific 2020. Take care.